look at that QB, y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Gets the back moving. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turning it on. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Rush is on him. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with the first situation.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Young. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Lewis. Got it in the middle. It's Atkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Bringing the heat. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Throwing, Lewis. Dances away. Caught by Williams on the left. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Lewis to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's Lewis. Here's the heat. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
But man, those sting, man. The third down, the money down, your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called, receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Here's Carr to throw. Makes a catch. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
And it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. They weren't able able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun on third down, Lewis. He's got him in the flat. Breaks into the open. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, Dave, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
The Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Here's Lewis to throw. Here comes the heat. And they got it.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Fires quickly. Makes a man miss. Tackled there by the defense.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
Got his man. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a red zone.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Welch. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Bucs!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he made the extra point without problem. So that drive covered just 44 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Defense not showing press coverage. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Throwing, Carr. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Lewis on the play action. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time. Getting hit as he's trying to throw the football, you've got to protect your quarterback.
Looking left. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
Might be calling a hot route. Play fake, Lewis. Pressure coming. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the try is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Carr. Pocket breaking down. Makes a deep grab. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for room. It's Young. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. There he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes. That one will give them the lead. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got the back over the middle.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. To the air, it's Carr. Finds his tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Williams.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's Carr to throw. Snagged out of the air. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Run in the red zone, it's Williams. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The Irish punch back.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
The jumbo formation is in. Looks as if they'll try to power in the 2. Play fake. Carr. Under fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
That is the score. Colorado 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Lewis moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Swings it out to his running back. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Lewis. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Throwing, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Makes the grab in their space. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They feed him again. Picks up the first down. Got a little grass. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's wrestled to the ground. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. On the gun on third down, Lewis makes the grab down the middle. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Carr. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here. But if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the first down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50 and get in scoring position.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. From the gun on third down, Carr. He's taking a deep shot. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Fires to the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. C.J. Carr firing again. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. Down 4 late. They have to convert on 4th down to keep hope alive. Carr to throw for it on 4th. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. NASCAR Stadium in Morgantown. It's the Boise State Broncos and the West Virginia Mountaineers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with the Boise State head coach before the game. This is a great opportunity for his squad. Bringing a group of 16 into a Big 12 opponent. The crowd is crazy. The teams are excited. But he wants his team to play one play at a time. He believes an upset is totally possible if his guys do their job and be the best version of themselves today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. There's a crease. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers turning it on. Got enough for the first. Inside the 10. Touchdown, West Virginia. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Plows through the defense. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Madsen. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Riley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. You can feel the Mountaineers' spirit wants to change this route. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. To the air, it's Madsen. He's going for the big play. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You've got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Finds maybe some room here. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And with that last carry, he hits a C-note. 100 yards already.
He's been patient, and he's been waiting for those blocks to set up, and then he's been bursting through the hole. He's really showing you a little bit of everything, and by the way, it's still the first half.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front, and good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Michael Hawkins gets it to the back. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down at the 41.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They'll run for it. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Looking for a crease, it's Riley. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll run it again. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the lone running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Madsen. That's caught. It's Riley. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
The Broncos have this offense rolling. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Riley. Makes it past the marker. Oh, a lot of space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Touchdown, Broncos! Put 6 on the board.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Epps. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one, and now we've reached a 2-minute timeout. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying to impose their will with the run. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Just going to keep it after the snap. Took care of it himself. Wide open spaces. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Once he got a snap, it was all over right to the house.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
And the point after is good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to pass, it's Madsen. Now improvising. He throws one to the left. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Yeah, and the QB, tell you what, he does a good job of buying time, scrambling outside of the pocket to the left, but the defense holds true, understands their responsibilities. You can't just leave my guys deep. Good coverage, which leads to the overthrow.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snags it down the right side. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling.
That was a really nice throw down the field. This is a quarterback who prides himself on his downfield accuracy, and that's a play they desperately needed here. Not a lot of time left at the end of the first half, but that big completion now puts them in range to score some points here at the end of the half.
They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun. Wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run play action. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball.
Gonna take a shot. Jump ball, and he's got it. Oh, what a grab.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
The run inside. It's Riley. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow the...
Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, I did not have this on my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. On target. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
And the Broncos will try to pick it up on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Time to take a shot. Caught! They will score! Touchdown, Broncos!
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And after this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throwing, Hawkins. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Hawkins to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the right. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. The Broncos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He might want another play. To throw, it's Madsen. Oh, they're after him! Trying to buy time. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Boise State. And that one will put them up here in the second half. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
No doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cook. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now on second down. Give to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hawkins gets open down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Broncos!
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off. pads the lead for his team. We've still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Epps. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. West Virginia starts this drive, and the offense looks ready to go. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll run the counter. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Michael Hawkins escapes the pressure to his right. Fires downfield. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think at this point of the game, down 2 possessions, the passing game, you just have to be a little bit sharper. And they don't look like they're in rhythm. You saw it on that last 3rd down. I think you got to go now if you're on offense on 4th down. The sense of urgency is cranking up, but you need to be more precise in the passing game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. Going to the running game. Jukes his way for more. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Going for the marker on the ground. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Throwing, Hawkins. Stepping to the right. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Here's the pressure. At the 40, there he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the 4th quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Hawkins rushes on him, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen, some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
So maybe just to make the final score look a little better, they'll go for 2 here. Lipstick on a pig, anybody? From the gun, looking for a man. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the 2-point conversion. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, and maybe time for a play or 2. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Takes the handoff. It's Riley. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody. Oregon Ducks and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Throwing, Sellers. Coming out aggressively. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Bennett. Got 9 yards on the play. Leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Got room to work. Could be an alley. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's more. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down. Makes a grab and room to run. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback making adjustments. They go play action with Sellers. On the run, still looking. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside. It's Fuller. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Now on the counter. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dante Moore. Zings it complete to the right. Snags it and he's open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. And the Ducks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davison. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Moore with the play fake. Moving away from pressure. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's a nice positive play on the bootleg going to the right there, and a really good decision that time by the quarterback, too, because he's supposed to throw that down the field, but as soon as he turned around, he saw that there was just open space, green grass. Put your foot in the ground, use your athletic ability, and go get positive yards.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Right back to him on the ground. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And the extra point was good.
7, South Carolina. 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to the well. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Yeah, and I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a fourth down situation.
They're not into threes, they want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Skips away from pressure. Into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Motion from the back. Moore. Using the quick game. Open space at the 25. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Throwing more. Pulls it in. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
More play action. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
On the direct snap, it's Davison. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Moore to throw. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Play fake, Sellers. Looking for a deep man. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. He gets a block. He's got an alley. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Snags it, and there's running room.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Davison. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Going to the run, it's Davison.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Moore. And he was flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
In the gun on third down, Moore. Got it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I tell you what, if you told them they were going to be 3 for 3 now on 4th downs, they'd have said yes, please, and that's why they're winning the game right now. You get an extra down so often, you have so much success. This offense is cooking, especially on 4th down.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moore moves away as he feels pressure. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Right on the money. Looking for the end zone. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And, guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like, they take a deep shot, they try it short. They've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe that's what they need to get something going right now.
Floats it out in space. Finding some room. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Here's Sellers to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Scanning the field is Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Final play of the quarter coming. The offense changing the play. Sellers from the gun on third down. He'll try to do it himself. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see. Make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll go play action with Moore. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Throwing more. Finds his big tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Dante Moore. Got it set up on the outside. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Pulls it in on the right. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Sellers. Keeps looking downfield. Going right and going deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Running inside. It's Fuller. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time?
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. 4th down, Sellers. Escapes the pressure going right. Turning it on! They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And you could hear the collective sigh from the crowd and the excitement scrambling for that first down. Big fourth down conversion, but this offense has still got to put the gas pedal down and keep going fast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun on third down, Sellers. They get to him as he throws. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Using his legs to buy some time. Slides away. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The DBs will back off a bit. Here's Moore to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and come up short.
And that's a bad feeling when you're the offense, because you see your defense time and time again getting stops, giving you the football back and giving you an opportunity. The offense, they just couldn't pull their own weight.
I hear you. It's a bad feeling for the offense, but it really sucks for us as defense because we got to keep going back on the field time and time again with no offensive support. A lot of times the frustration will lead on the sidelines. You'll see people getting angry, but the offense has got to do a better job.